Here I am with my shy student Amy, who does not want to be filmed. So, when you're practicing singing and playing piano at the same time, well, that's really hard to do.
Thank you.
Most people in the world can't do it because it's pretty hard. Yeah, it's a lot to keep track of. So we have to find a way of practicing the same thing over and over again, which is called repetition. That's essential, but at the same time, like if we have too much repetition, our brain can kind of go into autopilot.
Yes.
And you stop thinking and your brain's not engaged anymore, which is not as helpful of a way to practice. So somehow we have to practice the same thing over and over and over, but in a little bit of a different way with each repetition, right?
Yes.
So let's try practicing just the left hand of the chord progression, which is just the root of the chord played as whole notes.
Okay.
And then we will sing at the same time.
Oh,
okay? So we're going to try and keep our fingers curved. I might just set this here if you try not to show you.
Oh, it was really good.
Okay, so here we go. We start with A. Let's go through the progression once.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, well, you switched it around?
Yeah,
okay, that's okay, that's okay. I was looking
just
over
that
here.
later. Yeah, sorry.
Alas, it was. And then back to the F chord. A chord.
Oh.
But me. Good, so let's try that again. Same thing a second time. Here we go. One time through the progression before we start singing.
Okay.
So A, then F, then C, then G. So remember, you got to start before your hand plays. So it's like, of all the money that there I spent it in good company, and of all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me.
That's so much better. Thank you. Yeah. That's helpful because, it tells you, because I wrote it right there, but I still want to start it here.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
that's not allowed.
I feel like that's the way they do it with the other one that I've been listening to, and I'm like, no, that's
and normally
not
I'd say go ahead and try it by yourself, but
right.
for the sake of the video tutorial, go ahead and let's try opposite. So we'll do right hand alone with the mouth. So here we go, one time through the progression. 1, 2. So remember, you've got to start before you play the A chord. The mouth goes first, hand goes second. So one more time through the progression. Oh, oopsies, A minor. 2, 2, 2. Of all the money that e'er I have spent it in good company, and of all the harm that I've done, alas, it was to none.
Sorry, I did that wrong.
None but me. Good. So practicing one hand at a time, and then the other hand, first one then the other with the mouth. And then we could put both hands together, which of course is the ultimate goal. So now that we're going to put both hands together, let's slow down more like the goal tempo, because this song is not supposed to be very fast. It's a pretty somber song. And let's go ahead and play the whole intro, which will be 2 times through the progression. And remember to get your mouth ready to start with of.
Okay.
Ready and go. I spent I still am looking at the
Me
other
too.
chord progression.
I know. I
So I
almost
play the
put it
opposite
your
of you.
way because I knew you were gonna watch that, but
I meant to flip it in my mind.
yes,
But
no, you're good.
wow, that was so much better. Just
Thank you. That was so helpful. Just that right there.
So like there's so much power in breaking apart the whole into small pieces and practicing each of the pieces,
so your brain stays
like
engaged.
practicing strategically. Now other ways we could alternate the same thing over and over again, but in a slightly different way would be we could add your foot.
Yes.
So you could do left hand with your foot only, or left hand with your mouth and your foot, or right hand with your mouth and your, you know what I mean? Like so, or you could do right hand with the metronome and your voice.
Yeah.
Like there's all these different ways of changing up. So you're doing something a little different, but the same thing over and over.
Okay, practice goals for sure. 15 minutes a day, changing up every day. I think that's.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay.
Thank you. That's so
5 stars for Amy.